Good morning and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry. Today we're going to be working on dekitting Masque of Love by Josephine. I normally do not film the dekitting process because honestly it's not my favorite process of diamond painting whatsoever, but I've had a request so I thought I would go through and kind of show you my process. Here's a really good look at my drill tray, and you can see where I keep all of my drills and the little tool area. I love this tray. It's just a cutlery tray that you would put silverware in. And then my actual drill box where I keep all of my spare drills is just a photo box, and I'll explain that a little bit later. The little jar that I'm cleaning out is my trash jar. It is just a little yogurt jar. I think it's the Ooey yogurt. I'm going to mispronounce that badly. And then the little bitty jar underneath that is my runaway jar of all my little drills that run away during the canvas. I'm going to spend a few minutes kind of fiddling with my drills for a moment. I typically like to put them in number order while I am dekitting, because that way I can just go through and dekit numerically. It's just so much easier that way. And before I forget, if anybody asks what the pink stuff is that I keep dipping my fingers in, it is Sort Quick. It is a fingertip moistener that I use so that I do not lick my fingers. I worked in the emergency room for years and years and years and years and years and then more years, and you definitely do not want to lick your fingers in the emergency room, so I don't. I am kind of addicted to Sort Quick. So anyway, here I am putting my drills together in numerical order. For me, that just makes sense. And I'm going to go through and it takes a minute every time you dekit. It takes a minute to just kind of get your groove back. So you're going to kind of see me go, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Because at first I think I'm going to empty my jars and put them back in the drill tray. And then in the process I go, wait a minute, you're being stupid. Why would you put them back in the drill tray only to have to put them away? Go get your box. Pardon, I'm drinking my coffee. So I actually go get my box, and it's a really good picture of the box that I bought my drill containers with. I would put a link to this box. These are quarter tubes, like for coin collecting. I would go put a link for the box, but the brand is out of stock on Amazon. I checked again before I did this video, and they are out of stock. So if you just want to look up that brand or just put in quarter tubes on YouTube, I know they sell them in 20 packs, but I was able to get a 100 pack, which makes my little soul happy because I like all of my stuff to be cohesive and to match. I have many different drill containers. I have little ones, I have big ones, I have many different sizes of drill containers, and these have stolen my heart, and they can hold a large pack of drills. So it works for me, and they match. And kind of my little OCD brain, it has to match. So I'm still just kind of putting everything together here. Now, there have been some complaints of the new DAC stickers not coming off the lids properly of whatever container you're using, about them ripping or leaving a residue or something like that. And I did not find that with these containers. These containers are somewhat rubberized a little bit, and I found the stickers came off really well. Now, I did have a problem. The only problem that I had, and it was more me, is my fingernails are rather short, and I had a hard time gripping the edge of the label. And that's just a me problem. It has nothing to do with DAC. It has nothing to do with their sticker. It's just me. So what I've done right here is I looked in my little drill box to see if I had this number. It is not in there, so I am making a baggie. And I'm going to dump it in there, and then I'm going to file it. And as these go through, you'll see the drill box more and more. The drill box will come more into frame as the video goes on. I am sitting here, it is 9 o'clock in the morning. I am drinking my coffee, and I am still in my jammies, so forgive me if words fail me this early in the morning. I'm I'm trying, but it is early. Now you will also see that I will look in there and find that I have some of the colors already. And that's what the ruler is for. I'm going to stick the ruler as a placeholder when I pull that baggie out to kind of save myself some time, because I don't like looking for things twice. And that is just a trick I learned when I worked in medical records and I did filing all day long. It's not going to be long that I'm going to figure out that I'm being silly and go get that box. So I have that little silver can, that's my little trash can to put all the little labels in. And I think the boys are going to make an appearance. It's either going to be in this video or the next one. I can't remember when the boys decide to come play with me. But they like kidding up and they like kidding down because they think they can run off with the drills. But if you look, this is kind of it's a tedious process, but it can go quickly, especially if you're organized, both in your box and in your dekitting process, if that makes sense. And there's my little ruler. Now the stickers that are in my cover cards, I ordered those. Let me get the name of the store. Hold on, I've got it right here. I ordered those from DiamondDrillsUSA.com, and they are it's just drill label stickers, and then I made each of the front cards and just put that sticker right on it. And what I like about the stickers is it not only has the drill number, but it has the shape. So I've got a set for square and I've got a set for round, but it also describes the color. So light blue, Christmas green, safety orange, if that's not one of the colors, but you know what I mean. And if you happen to get one that doesn't match the color, you know you got a problem. So I really like the fact that these stickers describe what color it is, and they match the DMC chart. And you'll see that I'm going to pull out the DMC chart later on, because I'm going to have a color that is slightly off, and I look at the front cover and I see what it's supposed to be, and I see what's in my hand and I see what's already in the container, and I'm wondering, is this correct? It ends up being correct, but I had to double check myself. And that's where the cards come in handy. That's where having a DMC chart comes in handy, so that you can just double check yourself before you make a mistake. Now, why would you want to save your drills? A lot of people in the groups ask this. Why don't you just throw your drills away? Why do you save them? Well, I save them, and as you can tell with this painting or with this kit, I have extras of every color. It might be 5 drills, but that's 5 drills I didn't have before. And the reason I save them is there are instances where you run out of drills. DAC has a really good policy. If you run out, they will send you more. But depending on where you are in that kit, you could be waiting and not be able to work on your kit until you get that color. It could be the last color that you need to work on. And if that means you could be waiting 5 or 6 days, depending on the post office, to get that color. So what I like to do is I keep my drills, I keep them in order, and before I contact anybody, whether it's DAC or whether it is AliExpress, which I hated contacting AliExpress because you might get drills, you might not get drills. But I always check my drill box first. And during, what painting was it that I actually ended up, DAC sent me the wrong color for, what painting was that? Oh, I can't remember at the moment. But the color that was sent didn't match the chart. And I looked in my drill tray and found the correct color. So I was able to work with it until they sent me the proper color. And I think that was just, the bag was labeled correctly and everything. It just had the wrong color in the baggie sent from DAC. And that was just a once in a lifetime fluke from DAC. I mean, how many times are you going to get the correct number baggie but the wrong color in the baggie? So I'm not even blaming them on that. That was just a mechanical error of some sort. So I wish you could see how many 310s I have in this box. It is ridiculous. 310s and 939, and I think 3755, I think is those three colors I have a ridiculous amount of. But you keep them, because what happens if, you drop them, or a cat goes charging by and kicks up your drill tray, or, anything can happen. So me, I keep them. The drill tray to me is a savings account of sorts that will, oh, here's the box. There it is, quarter tubes. And you'll see there's 100 tubes in that box. But the saving my drills is a little savings account for me, that if anything happens, I have a backup plan. And if you know me in real life, I like to have a backup plan for pretty much anything I do. So this just works well for my little brain. Now you can see really well how tall the tubes are as I'm putting them in the box. They're really rather big. And this is just, if you can get your hands on these tubes, I really, really enjoy them. So while I am working on dekitting this canvas, we're going to go ahead and have story time for a second. It is very possible this weekend that we might get some hurricane rain. Now, I am in the Dallas area of Texas, so it is a very slight possibility, but it's a possibility we may get some hurricane rain. We've got an unnamed storm in the Gulf that they're kind of looking at, and if it moves towards Corpus Christi, we're going to get some rain. But if it stays over towards the Louisiana area, we will not get some rain. But I'm going to go ahead and run to the store today. Today is a Thursday. I'm going to go to the store today because there's an item that during the Texas ice storm that we had in February, I craved. And it is not an item that I normally eat on a regular basis. It's not an item that I normally keep in my house. But it's an item that I craved. So before this weekend, before it rains, because all I'm going to want to do is curl up in my chair and either read a book or diamond paint, I'm going to go buy some Oreos. I don't know why, but I craved Oreos. Now we had cookie mixes. We could make cookies. We could make chocolate chip cookies. We could make peanut butter cookies. We could make whatever kind of cookie we wanted. But what did I want? I wanted Oreos. And there was no way in baloney that I could get to the grocery store at that time to get Oreos. So I'm going to go to the store. And all I really need is a loaf of bread, because that's the only thing I'm really low on is a loaf of bread. So I'm going to go buy a loaf of bread and a box of Oreos before this weekend. And I figure if I eat them, good, okay. I just won't be able to wear my britches for a few days, because if I start eating them, I'm going to eat the whole box. Or if I don't need them and I don't eat them, they're going to get shipped to Denver because my daughter will. So that's one of my plans for today. The other plan is a very dirty job that I hate doing, but it needs to be done. Because every now and then you have to put your big girl panties on and you just have to do it. And that's cleaning the trash cans, guys. It's time. I walked past our trash cans the other day and about fell over. I don't know what's been put in my can, but it's time to clean them. So as soon as the trash gets picked up today, I'm going to go out there with my hose. I'm going to get out there with my broom, because I've got a broom that lives in the garage and it doesn't ever come in the house. And I'm going to get out there with my dish soap, and I'm going to squirt some dish soap in there and scrubby, and get it all cleaned out. And this is the one job I wish I had a hazmat suit for. It's nasty, but it needs to be done every now and then, and today is that day. So as soon as the trash can has been picked up, I will get the trash cans cleaned, and then I will go through and pick up all the trash that the trash man drops and put it back in the can. Because you think you could hit that big old truck, but he drops trash in front of my house every week. It's the funniest thing. None of it's my trash, I don't know if he's got a hole in his truck. I don't know if his aim is off. I don't understand, but I always have to go out there and pick something up. So I'm actually considering getting some long-armed little grippy things so I don't have to touch it, but that's you deal. You just do it. I have a sink in my garage. I just go over and wash my hands afterwards. But that's on my agenda for today. As soon as I get this voiceover finished and start the 3-hour process of uploading. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but uploading is taking forever. It used to take about 20 minutes. Now it's taking 2.5 hours. And I do not understand why. I know that they are working on upgrading us to 5G in the neighborhood, so I don't know if they've downgraded the speeds to try and get us to upgrade to 5G, or while they're working on it, if something's been changed or disconnected or something. But that'll be a good activity while we're waiting on the upload. If you hear a bit of a humming in the background, it is the fan on my laptop. My microphone seems to be picking it up quite a bit today. I am trying to work around it, but if you happen to hear it, if I miss it, that's what that humming is in the background. I am reading a new set of books that I would like to share with you. And I feel kind of silly because they're not new books. They came out in 2017. It is the Chronicles of One by Nora Roberts. It is a trilogy. The first book is Year One. In this book, Year One, it's taken me a long time to be able to read it. I don't care for apocalyptic type books. I don't care for zombie stuff. I don't care for anything that's going to scare the baloney out of me. The Dallas books are about as scary as I can get as far as mystery-wise is concerned. And it's taken me a long time to be able to read these books. And actually reading them right now probably is not a good idea, because the first book is about a plague that wipes out 80% of the earth. So it probably is not a very good book to read right now, but here comes the fan again, sorry guys. Once you get started on it and get past the plague burning through the population and it actually gets into the storyline, it is a fabulous book. I'm really enjoying it. So of this series, you've got Year One of Blood and Bone and the Rise of Magics. And I really cannot believe how long it took me to start this book. So I finished Year One. I'm currently on Of Blood and Bone, and I have 4 hours and 22 minutes left in the Audible, and then I also have been reading it at night. So I read ahead, and then during the day I listen to it and kind of re-listen to what I read in the night. So I'm enjoying the book twice. So I just took a moment, I stopped everything for just a moment and moved my microphone, so hopefully it is far enough away from the computer that it's not picking up the fan any longer. We will see how that works. So while I'm reading these books, I am also patiently waiting for Forgotten in Death to come out by J.D. Robb. And a lot of people know that J.D. Robb is actually Nora Roberts. J.D. Robb is her murder mystery side of things, and Nora Roberts is her romance novel and trilogy side of things. So I'm reading one of her trilogies, which I'm really happy. I just sat down and pushed through Year One and got to the part that is not quite so scary. There's moments that I want to put the book down and go, never mind, I don't want to read this part, but I'm pushing through it while I'm also waiting for Forgotten in Death. I have forgotten the number. It's 52, 53, somewhere in there, number 52, 53 of the In Death books. But I'm waiting patiently for that to come out. But I will finish the Chronicles of One series, and then I will start reading Forgotten in Death. It comes out on September 7th, I believe. So hopefully I will be spending my birthday listening to that book, because that's what we do on our birthdays, is we listen to the new J.D. Robb murder mystery that comes out every year. She puts out new books in February and in September. So it's, just one of our little pleasures. And I'm back. I apologize. I had to take a break. My computer was not having its best life. So I decided to go ahead and just give it a rest and let it just take a nap. So it seems to be doing a little bit better now. I think what I'm going to have to do is if the fan starts going again, I may just have to stop, let the computer cool off, and continue when it is ready to go again. Because I have a really good microphone and it seems to pick the fan up quite well. So if it seems a little bit choppy, that's what's going on. So while I was waiting for the lappy top to cool down and start having its best life again, I decided to start working on the next thing on my chore list, which was to steam clean the carpet in the game room, which is also aka called the cat room. It's where I have the toys, the trees, the feed table, and what the feed table is I have a banquet table with a tablecloth on it, and I put their bowls up there because it's easier for me to feed them that way, and they're just trained to jump on the table and get their food. I have a hard time leaning over. I tend to fall over when I lean over, so I just feed them up there, and they're happy with it. They really enjoy it, and it also keeps them, when I'm babysitting my mother-in-law's dog, it keeps the dog out of the cat food. And it means that they can enjoy their dinner without worrying about puddles trying to bug them to death. So anyway, it was just time to get in there and clean and vacuum and dust and take stock of the food and whether or not I needed to order more and just that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and got that finished. So now the boys have a nice clean room to play in. But have you ever heard the story, if you give a mouse a cookie, you give a mouse a cookie and he's gonna want a glass of milk, and it goes on and on and on with this little mouse just needing more and more, and all you did was start off giving him a cookie? Well, when I started cleaning the cat room, of course that meant that, I need to go ahead and do a litter change and clean the cat boxes. So I did all that, got everything downstairs, did them one at a time to make sure the boys had a potty available at all times, and got the boxes all nice and clean, all fresh, everything vacuumed, the whole room is clean, the boxes are clean, everything to do with a cat is completely clean. Well, then I decided, now I need to clean the actual trash cans. The ones that you put your trash in and then you take that can to the curb. Yeah, I ended up doing that too. So after taking 1,000 showers at the end of that day, by the time I was finished gardening, first thing in the morning, got hot, took a shower, cleaned the cat room, cleaned the boxes, did a litter change, got hot, took a shower, decided, okay, wait a minute, the trash cans need to be cleaned. Got that. You almost have to climb in those cans to do it. Got a shower. I was like, that's it, I'm not cooking tonight. Not doing it. So we went out to dinner, and it was quite lovely. We found a very, well, what am I trying to say? My mouth is trying to say a very new, but it's not. It's been around for about a year. A new to us Mexican restaurant here in Allen. Can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but oh my goodness, it was good. They had the closest thing to the brown salsa that I'm used to having at La Finca that I can get now that La Finca is out of business. Their queso was good. I had a grilled chicken breast, rice and beans that was absolutely fantastic. And then my husband had lobster tacos. Now, I am not a seafood person. I know that sounds weird considering that I grew up in Florida. I don't like seafood. I will eat a fried shrimp every now and then, but I don't like seafood. He, on the other hand, loves seafood and can normally only get it if we go out to eat. Like, I won't make fish. I don't like having fish in the house, so if he wants something like that, he has to have it when we go out. So he saw lobster tacos on the menu, and that's what the boy had. And he thoroughly enjoyed those. I have never seen lobster tacos at a Mexican restaurant before, but he thoroughly enjoyed those. So that was my day after I couldn't complete the voiceover. Pardon, I'm going to take a drink for just a moment. Thank you. Since I couldn't complete doing the voiceover because the computer was having a little bit of a cow, in fact, I think it's about to do it again, so I'm going to scoot the computer back and scoot my microphone up and see if I can get it to separate a little bit and not be quite so loud. Oh, where are we at? I haven't even looked to see where we are. I have just been having this most delightful conversation with you and haven't even paid attention to what is on the screen. And you're actually here for the de-kitting. You're not here for cleaning cat boxes and doing gardening and reading books and that type of thing. You're actually here for the de-kitting. So hopefully you've been paying attention to that while I just ramble about all the things. Where am I at? I am working, it looks like I'm working in the 700s. And as you can see, it's just literally find the number, pour it in the bag. If you don't already have the number, make a bag and file it away. That simple. I have the painting that I'm working on now has a few colors that there might be 20 drills for the entire color. So I'm hoping that if I have an issue, I have those colors in this drill bank. If not, Diamond Art Club is really, really good at sending you what you need. But I'm hoping that if you sneeze wrong, you could lose a color. You could lose a drill. So considering there are so few on a couple of these colors, I'm hoping that if I have an issue, that I will be able to find them in my drill bank. And if not, I know who to contact. I know people. I have this nice little nifty customer service email, that any customer can email and let them know my issue. And they send you drills. It's amazing. So I think what I'm going to do for just a bit, because we still have another 20 minutes or so, I'm going to speed this up just a little bit and add a little bit of music, because it really is the same thing over and over and over. That way you still get to see what you want to see, but yet it's not a 1-hour video of just de-kitting. So let me do that really fast, and then I will catch you on the back end. So yay, we are finally approaching the end, our very last color to put away. And I'm going to do a little shuffle in my box and make sure everything is all nice and neat and organized. If you noticed me pull out the DMC card, I found a baggie that I had just mislabeled. I put like 856 and it was supposed to be 857 or something. There was no 856 in the color code. So that's what I was fixing back there. I want to just say thank you so much for joining me today. I know you have a choice of channels that you could be watching, and I just am very thankful that you choose to spend just part of your day with me. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.